We're going to talk about this episode of Baby Daddy, but also we were there live. So we'll give you some behind-the-scenes news next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's amazing how the unexpected can take your life and change direction. That's right. It is 11 seconds of pure pop perfection every week.
Right. Every week.
Guys, every week. Here in the Baby Daddy After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV, and that's me, James Lott Jr. doing that. Okay. And I'm here, and I'm James Lott Jr., and of course, my partner in all things BD, Baby Daddy.
What is up, guys? My name is Dakota T. Jones. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
Mr. And the T. Don't forget Mr.
Don't
T.
forget it.
Oh my God, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Oh, I got voted off Dancing with the Stars recently. He was very touching. I liked him on there.
Really?
Yes, he just got voted off like a couple weeks ago.
No way.
So you guys can follow us on iTunes, YouTube. Go ahead and do those 5 stars on iTunes. Follow us on YouTube. Talk about what we talked about. Say something. Which you guys do comment. And go there and look for Baby Daddy After Show. We're there on that.
We are.
And of course, our handles, James Lott Jr., Dakota T. Jones. I want to say Tiffany. It's her birthday. So say something to her.
Happy birthday, Tiffany. We love you so much.
Yes, we do. Thanks for watching the show tonight. Your birthday.
That's
You're not out getting
incredible.
drunk or eating, or like, what are you not doing?
Or maybe she's watching us while drinking.
Oh, you're drinking and eating. Okay, you're doing that? I think,
Or maybe
oh my God.
she's underage and we shouldn't be
Oh,
talking
yeah, if you're
about
underage, you
drinking.
should be drinking or eating. You got a Shirley Temple.
Have a Virgin Shirley Temple, get some of those cosmic brownies. That's what I always used to do on my birthday. Break one of those in half, eat one half, and then eat the other.
You know, I had a Shirley Temple the other day.
Really?
I feel like having 7-Up and that rose grenade is so good. It's all sugar, guys.
Grenadine and Sprite.
Yeah,
That's
it
my
is.
life.
Yeah, it's all good. Hello, little Brianna XOX, who's always in here. Billie
Hey.
Jean Girl, who's always with us.
She just hopped over from Young and Hungry.
Oh,
She's so
yes.
awesome.
So you must be about Dakota T. Jones, isn't it? Not about me. It's about him.
It's about James too.
No, it's about you because you get to both. You're on both shows. This is called the Sonny-moon, and this episode we actually went to it.
Yes, we did.
We were invited to go by Freeform and by the great folks Callie. Hello, we love you, and we were
So
guests
fun.
of Tahj.
Yes, we were. It's
Yes.
so much fun when you
Yes.
drive up into the studio to get a parking spot and you're like, "Hi, I'm guest of Tahj Mowry."
Yes, exactly. It was fun. It was totally fun. We had a great. I'm only 18. Okay.
Okay, so don't drink.
Thanks for making the shout. Okay, so you're only 18, no drinks, just bloody. I almost said Bloody Marys. I'm thinking the wrong thing. Shirley Temples, Roy Rogers, and Dr. Pepper's or something.
Dr. Pepper. That's where it's at.
I like Dr. Pepper. Yes, we rolled up in there, and Dakota and I had a really great time. We rolled up
Yes.
and went there. You met me at the metro station. We went over there, not far from here.
We had the best time.
We had a blessed time too. Sure,
We did.
And it was a lot of fun. It was actually my first time at the Baby Daddy taping. You had went a few weeks earlier with Shayla.
Oh, so much fun.
So you get to see that because I get to see the set. We get to sit in these special seats. We were just 2 rows behind the stage, basically. They give out food.
They do. They give out pizza.
I was so
water,
shocked.
Candy.
And candy, a bag. You were stuck with a bag of candy at the end. They didn't come back and get it from them.
I was fine with it.
But
The thing is, though, at the very end, we were VIP, so we had wristbands to go
Yes.
down on the set and take
Yes.
photos of the cast, talk to everyone, take some photos on the set. So much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But the thing was, I got stuck with this candy bag.
Yes.
So whenever I got stuck with this candy bag, I was like, okay, so here's the thing. I either am going to have to take this all the way back to the guy who's way over there and give it to him, or just leave it here. And I think I may have even left it there or just passed it on to someone else to
I
give it to
can't
him.
remember. I can't remember.
Because I was like, I had to get down there on the set.
But we got a set.
Yeah.
Because what they do is they have where if you're not VIP, you can come to the ledge and they'll sign autographs and stuff.
Right.
But we were able to go down.
And so many people look at us like,
Who are they?
who are they? Why do they get to go down there?
Stay up there. It's fine. Stay up there. No, but I mean, in all seriousness, we had a good time because we get to see almost the whole cast.
Yeah.
We keep missing Jean-Luc. He was there for everything. He was
single
gone.
time. Never met him.
Never met him. But we saw Tahj, of course.
Yes.
And shout out to my girl Sarah, who's one of his PR people
Yes,
and best
love
friends.
her.
And then also we saw Derek. And
Mm-hmm.
okay, here's the story of the stories. We get to meet. For me, it's a cross between Bonnie and Barbara Jean because I loved Reba. I got to meet Melissa Peterman. I got to meet her. It was such a great time meeting her. She was so funny and so nice. Oh my gosh, so
I know.
nice. But Chelsea had the most people around her.
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to grab at her, and they were trying, and he's a huge fan. Dakota's a huge fan.
Yes.
And he was about to give up. I'm like, no, we're not giving up.
Because I've given up so many times. I've tried. I even held her. Well, I didn't hold her hand, but I was at the Teen Choice Awards. I talked to Derek. I'm like, hey, and he's like, oh, what up? Like he knew us or knew me from AfterBuzz.
Yeah.
And Shayla got to meet him, which was a dream. That
For
was
her,
before
yeah.
we even knew that we were going to be able to go to
Yeah.
the taping. So she
Yeah.
thought that was her one shot ever to meet him.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, there she is. So I kind of like like touched her, and then like an old high school friend was in the audience, and then like, oh my gosh, hi, and then they like shuffled her to her seat, and I didn't get to meet her. And then another taping, I tried to meet her and I couldn't meet her, and so then it's been like 3 or 4 times when I've not been able to meet her.
I go, no, we're gonna do this because I don't have shame. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna do this, and she was talking, but it was like she was about to turn and talk to somebody else. And I said, okay, I said, come on, let's go.
I was like, oh,
And we
shit.
got, and she was, and she, I could have not been sweeter.
I know.
Actually, I mean, seriously, she was like super nice, and she hugged you to death.
Oh my gosh, she did.
And she had the, and you see, she at the end of the show, she suddenly got really pregnant.
Yeah.
She was really pregnant. She was wearing heels.
I know.
How does she walk around those heels? I know it's a fake baby, but still, it's like, how do you walk? I don't know how to walk around those heels.
I know, and you know what? They said that she could have the little padded one. She said, no, I want to use the real, like realistic ones, the heavy ones. So
Yes.
she was wearing the heavy ones that almost felt like you were carrying a baby.
Yes.
But she was so nice, and she found out how big of a fan I was, and literally gave me like 10 hugs.
She did.
And she was the sweetest.
She was. No, she was.
Like I literally I just love her. So I was so happy.
Yeah.
So happy.
So we're going to show you some stuff a little later on in the show.
Yeah,
before
we
our
have some
trip.
photos.
So as we're talking about the show, I'm going to bring up some stuff that reminds me of when we saw the show itself. The girls were there, of course. We saw the extras. We saw how they moved the cameras. We saw the sets right there. It's like it's one here, boom, boom, boom. And what they do is they have a playback section where they actually record stuff ahead of time. And then we saw how they kind of insert it in. And so for me to see the final product was very interesting to see how they put it all together.
Yeah, it definitely was. And I love how okay, so like you guys are going to think this is nuts if you don't know how Hollywood works, but they have all of the sets lined up like this. So it's not like, oh, this room leads into this room, and it's all like one thing, and they're all connected. And then they have a few swing sets, which swing sets means that they're like sets that can't fit where the audience can visibly see. So they push them off to the sides, and then they film there, and then you're watching on a monitor for parts of it so they can record your laughter. So for the most part, we saw everything.
Yeah,
and
we
then there
did.
were scenes that they pre-taped if they were too hard to film. I think there was like a scene they were running around.
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't really do it on the set, I guess.
Yeah, and then the other ones we kind of watched the monitor as it was happening. But I just love seeing that and being there in the moment because you can see how everything works and things are moving, cameras are rolling. So fun.
And the different takes, because I was curious to see what, like, because Tucker and Bonnie, of course, they had they did so many different takes with them, and Chelsea and Tucker did a couple takes. I was going to see which one they were going to use.
Yeah.
They do something. There's writers on set too, who sometimes they'll change the writing at the last minute. If something doesn't work or they want to try something different, they'll say, okay, let's try this.
Yeah.
And then they'll try it, and we get to watch that as they do that.
Which I just learned they're called alts, like alternative
Oh, okay.
lines.
I didn't know that.
Because I had Diana Snyder, the writer of Young and Hungry, in.
That's why you had her in, yes.
And she said, yeah, they're called alts, and they have them there, like, and the actors kind of know what they're going to be. So then if one line is not working and maybe someone doesn't laugh or our audience is not laughing as much on one, they'll just give them another one and not tell the audience what's happening. So then it catches us in surprise, and we're like, that's so funny. And usually the alts are, I feel like, usually funnier than the actual.
And they really want you to laugh. That's the thing. They want to hear. It's one of those places like, shh, be quiet. They want you to really enjoy the episode.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And so it opens up with Emma not eating her vegetables, and somebody here was talking about it was a real parent. They'd be upset. I'm like, yeah, but it's Ben.
Right.
So when she throws it on the ground, I had a standoff with one of my daughters, Monica, when she was about 3 or 4 with the 2 or 3 with the milk. We call it the milk incident. And she was like, I said, don't throw that milk on the ground, and she did. She stared at me and did it, and I guess my deep voice scared the crap out of her.
Really?
So we have a good laugh about that now.
Did she tremble and shake and cry?
Yes, I think so. Yes, I think so. So it's kind of yes. It's gonna be. But yeah, for a 30-minute show, Sailor Girl for Life. Hi, Sailor Girl for Life.
Hey.
They do pack a lot in. So yes, you're right.
They do.
So basically, 2 storylines were Danny and Ben fighting for. I mean, in a weird, of course, in the Baby Daddy way, fighting for a slot to go on this cruise with Bonnie, their mother, but not really wanting to go.
Right.
And what the one part of the show that really surprised me, because they always do this, it got serious for a second when Bonnie goes off on the kids. Because
I know.
because I wrote down the line, because at one point they're playing Donkey Tail, and that part, like, you got Gucci guys, when they were running everywhere, I was laughing
my
so
gosh.
hard.
I know, and one of the takes that you guys didn't see, but we saw, like, the tail didn't get stuck on, so when he runs around, the tail just, like, fell off.
Yes.
So, like, we got to do it over again,
Yes.
and just them trying to get that tail to stick on was absolutely hilarious.
And Danny is so tall. I mean, Danny. In real life, Derek Theler is so tall. Running through that, he's like a giant in that set. This is when they're playing Truth or Mom sequences. One of the best scenes in the show. I love that scene. They did that. They did that several times. I mean, they did that take several times. So it was funny. and Ben wins, basically. I mean, like, wins in quotes. And in his exciting blurts out, I wrote this down. I have to go on that stupid cruise to stupid Mexico with stupid mom.
That hurt me.
And it's like, okay. And I'll say what was crazy was that when she came out later, because they had to sit on the couch and she went to her room, was quiet, she didn't slam the door. Which I know that story. When the parents don't get fully upset, you're like, then you get when you get silent. You know, watch out.
Watch out. Yeah, if they don't slam the door. Oh,
yeah, watch out. Something's going on. And so they're on the couch, and the whole thing. But the whole thing was, she comes out and she just lets him have it. Like I was like, for a minute, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so serious. And they both feel so bad. And she goes outside. She's like, order restored. So now they're fighting with me again. I thought it was hilarious. But
because then they wanted to, I want to go to the cruise.
I'm sorrier than you. And I'm sorry. So it was just the whole thing. I mean, it went on the whole episode. And what I laugh about is, of course, any chance to get Derek's shirt off on the show, which is, I don't mind, of course. But it's funny because that was the whole thing, the bartender contest decided at the bar.
Yep.
And like Ben said, you can see your shirt's going to come off. And he won. Again, quotes, won. It just, the twist of that is so funny to me. That
twist, I know.
They know it's their mother, and it's kind of crazy, but there's a little bit of jealousy, and it was a lot of fun. And I think as the end of the show happened, I think they were still doing it. There's some rule book, I guess, that Ben wrote and said you can't. Now you deceived me, so now it's still happening, and so we don't know who went on the cruise. We have no idea.
We have no clue, guys.
Because Brad couldn't go because he was in jail. He couldn't.
Ouch.
Go.
Yeah.
Danny is Bonnie's favorite, so I thought so
right?
That's what I said. She said in a strange twist, Benji wins that truth or mom sequence or something like that.
I know.
He knew everything. He knew all the stuff about her.
I know. He knew all the dirt on her, so I think that was the more fun stuff to know about mom, apparently. So
yes.
he was willing to whip it out, and Danny was more like maybe not into all of the embarrassing things about his mom. Ben knows it, you know.
Yes, I'm like, oh, it's so funny. I agree with you guys when she walked and said, "Hi, sons of bitches." Yes, I called myself a bitch. And but I think it's a funny. I was like, I did it with my mom once. We had a good joke about that one time.
Oh my gosh,
that's kind of fun. It's another episode without any sex jokes, which is like classic Baby Daddy episode.
Wait,
2 in a row.
Said this?
Tiffany,
I agree. And I'm happy about that because we don't always need to hear about that. You know how I feel about that. But Tiffany, I agree. Yeah. I love that they did that because let's be honest, I laugh more when those jokes are not made. Like this episode, watching it live was hilarious. We had to watch multiple takes of the same thing.
No, we did.
Still laughed just as hard as I did the time before. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I love when they can do funny, like clean humor because that's where I laugh the most.
Yeah, and they asked us in the chat room, how fun was it to watch Danny chase after Ben live? I said he's a huge guy.
Yeah,
he's just so big, and we see the set. It's like the only way I can really describe it. I was showing it to you. I mean, it's like 3 rooms with fake dividers, and there's cameras that go along. They move down, and so they were kind of running back and around. It was very comical. But yes, Danny. Yeah, we all know Danny is Bonnie's favorite. We kind of know that, but she loves Ben, of course.
Of course,
she loves little Emma. That's her granddaughter. She loves Emma.
I know.
Really. And the other storyline that was funny, and we get to see this also live, of course, is Tucker and Riley. Because obviously Danny can't handle Lamaze. Now I have seen Birth live. I saw my first daughter. I saw her live, and it's not pretty.
Live on AfterBuzz TV.
Not even AfterBuzz TV. It's James Lott Jr.'s daughter, Birth live on AfterBuzz TV. The James Lott Jr. daughter after show.
Oh my
after birth.
Gosh.
After show.
Birth. Oh
yes.
My oh my gosh.
It's disgusting. It's a miracle of life, but it's not pretty. Stuff happens all down there at the same time.
I couldn't.
And they're gooky and they have their fill on. So my mother told me when I was born, she was like, clean them up first and then give them to me.
Oh my god!
I didn't want to see you all slimy. So just get back to me.
That is funny.
So they had to clean me all up. And I was born early too.
So she's like, I don't really care to hold him.
No, she didn't want to hold him.
Wash him up.
Yep, she said wash him up and I want to
slather him in some Germex.
Yes, exactly. Germex. We didn't have Germex not back then. I'm not back in the 60s.
You're dating yourself.
James. I know. I'm not back in the 60s. My birthday's in a few weeks. I'm not back in the 60s. But no, I thought. Okay, so Tucker and they can always interchange the characters. It's so funny. They can put anybody with anybody. Yep, it works.
They can.
And Tucker and Riley, of course, are friends. I mean, from high school too. And so they go to Lamaze class. He wanted to see hot chicks, of course. But he runs to his ex Adrian.
I know.
And her quote unquote man Joe.
And I totally predicted this that they were not together.
Yeah, he did.
And why? Okay, I forget. Why was he there with her?
He's an actor.
He's just a friend because he wants to be there for her as she's.
Oh no, he wanted to meet her sister.
Oh, okay.
At the very end, he goes, "I'm only because I want to meet her sister." And Tucker's like, "Really?" Goes, and then Adrian goes, "Well, she is really hot." I mean, it's kind of funny. She is hot.
That's funny.
So he goes, "I'm interested to meet her sister."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, I want to see you squirm." Basically, Adrian and Tucker both were lying to each other. She was an actual single mother.
Yeah.
Didn't know who her daddy was, and she's trying to play it off like, "Oh my God!" But Tucker started, of course, like
Tucker started
because she assumed that Riley was his wife, and she tried to say, "We're not. Oh, we're together. Oh my God!" And Riley ran with that. She was like, "Mm-hmm."
Riley was loving it, and she just was like, "Oh," she just wanted to see Tucker squirm, and like the whole time she was just really living for it. She's like, "I want to see him squirm. I want to see how he's gonna dig himself out of this." And she would almost provoke him a little bit to be like, "Oh, okay, yeah. What did happen? Like, what, you know?"
Oh, she wasn't helping him. Yeah, she wasn't helping him at all. She's like, letting it stir. And yes, they're asking us what we think of Riley's big belly. I think it's about time. I think they're going to accelerate it now to where I think the baby's being born this season. I think we both said that, didn't we?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. I think baby's being born.
She's
this
finally
season.
popped.
And that's what happens. My niece Jessica, hi Jessica, who's now due any minute now. She was like, looked so not pregnant a month and a half ago. Now she's like, I saw just a balloon and like opened her and like it made it big.
Oh,
and so she is huge now.
Wow.
And we just found today the head dropped. The head's positioning. My new niece is coming.
So
I think it's a niece.
very, very soon.
Very soon. So it's a little early, but another Taurus like me. So happy.
Aww.
But yeah, I did too, Dakota. The minute that scene ended, I literally said to myself, Adrian is also lying to Tucker because he is lying like Adrian. Yeah, they were all lying basically. So it all kind of came out.
I know.
He was just like, because he started saying like he owned a bar, he had a company, all this stuff, and she's like, she won some award.
Yep.
It was all lies.
It's like, okay, can we ever just be honest and just like, be like, come on, guys.
And she was like, well, maybe we were brought together on purpose, and maybe we should try again. See, Tucker almost gets a romance,
And then no.
but then he's just like, that's so bad of it. He still plays it off like he wasn't really lying.
I know.
Which is so Tucker.
Come on, Tux.
Off topic a bit. Who sings the theme song? It's not like all the guys. That's a good question. Do we know who sings the theme song?
You know, I think that someone had said that before, like, oh, it's all three guys, but I don't think it is. I think it's just an artist who happened to give his...
That's a really good... He's looking. I think James can look at. That's a really good question, you guys.
Yeah.
It's a great jingle. It could be session people. I don't know.
I don't know, but I love the song. I really don't know if it says anything like who's it by. It's
that's a really good question. I like the question.
I like to know myself.
Me too. It's been a while since Riley and Tucker had a storyline together. I think the last one was season 5 finale when she was trying to tell Danny how much she meant to her. Ooh, I think that was last time they were actually together.
Wow.
They've been pairing a lot of Bonnie and Tucker together recently. Yep. They've done Tucker and Ben. Mm-hmm. Have they done Tucker and Danny?
And then last week we saw
they did Tucker and Danny,
Ben and Riley.
And Ben and Riley finally together for a while. They're rotating them around.
I like it.
They're getting them around. Yeah, he's just trying to find out. We can find out who sings. I mean, I think it might be just session people, but I mean, I don't know. But it sounds like it could be a band.
Maybe.
I know, like, was it Phineas and Ferb was Bowling for Soup or somebody? They were a rock band in the 90s who actually does the theme song.
Oh, really?
Two Broke Girls is Peter, Bjorn, and John. They do the theme songs. So there actually are artists who do theme songs to TV shows.
Yeah.
But that's a really good question. In Tucker's defense, she dumped him pretty harshly. Well, I guess. I mean, it's just kind of. So, do we have any pictures yet or anything?
I know I sent them in. And it was kind of last minute, so I don't know if we have them yet or not.
I did not receive any.
Did I receive any pictures?
Okay, I did.
Well, maybe next episode
we'll
show some at the beginning of the show. We'll show. And I'll bring I have a little program. I'll bring that into you, and we'll kind of show you guys.
That was my fault, guys. I forgot that this was the episode that we saw, so I didn't send them in quite on time because I didn't want to put them out there because I know sometimes people might have issues with you displaying photos of the cast.
I didn't either. So I didn't do it either.
Yeah.
So I'll probably play some stuff next couple of days. I'll put it out there. Absent TV, who's always there too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't ship Ben with the new girl. I miss Sam.
Aww.
We like Sam. Well, now we've met both girls in real life. I like them both.
I know, and I'm like, how am I supposed to pick?
Exactly.
Can we just have a throuple, please?
Exactly. We want both of them to work. We want those two actresses to work. We like them both.
I know.
They've both been on our show, and they're both Daniela and I almost said Elle and Katie. They're both just wonderful people, and they both had chemistry with Ben.
And I wonder if Daniela will be back in an episode.
See, she came back once already, so it could buy. We have more episodes to go this season, so it could totally happen.
I know we're only on episode 6, so I think we have 4 more before the break.
We're episode 7.
Oh, is it? Oh, 7. Yeah,
7.
Wow.
So before there's a break. So I mean, I think anything can happen. So let's go into predictions then.
Ooh.
Now, your AfterBuzz
TV predictions.
Predictions.
So I mean, we're in episode 7. I mean, it's a break around like 10 or 11, I guess. Episode 10 or 11 is the break. 10.
Yeah, I think usually 10 or 11.
So in the next couple episodes, what are we thinking?
What I'm thinking is, okay, you said that we're thinking we're gonna get a baby born this season.
Yeah, I think so.
I think what's gonna happen in the finale. Well, I don't know, because that's a lot of episodes, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they would wait, because she's still only like just now showing.
Yeah, it's just showing.
So
yeah.
I feel like there might be a possibility where we could have like the finale, like she's getting ready to give birth, and then it like ends, and then we have to wait for the premiere of season 7 for the birth. Or did we ever find out if they were actually renewed for season 7 or not?
I don't know. They might know. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like they would have made a big deal of it as a cast and like talked about it.
They have.
Someone tricked me and like sent me something. Maybe they legitly thought. But yeah, so I really think that that's gonna happen either on the finale or maybe the mid-season finale. But that's too soon. There's no way she's gonna give birth by the mid-season
I think that's too soon. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I just think. Well, Tiffany predicts, and I kind of predict this too, that Elle will be back next episode.
I hope so, and I think
so.
Katie even told us it was like 2 episodes from now.
Yeah, that she's gonna be back, and so we'll see. Because they still, I still predict they're not gonna meet the next couple episodes. They're still gonna cross each other.
Yeah, I love the whole like mixed match thing.
Yes, I think
it.
it works. I think it totally works. But I think and I think I'm gonna predict within the next couple episodes another Bonnie Tucker adventure. They like putting them together. It's like this season they put them together a lot. So I have a feeling they're just gonna do that.
I love it. I love
too.
Bonnie and Tucker. That's my favorite storyline most of the time.
Yeah, me too. They're just. I mean, Mr. Peterman and Tahj Mowry just have such great chemistry together.
They do.
They have great chemistry together.
Well,
that's our show. Season 7, guys. We won season 7. We won it.
We want to go back to the set.
Yes, I want to go back. So I mean, because they finished filming already, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, so we got to wait till the end of the season.
I am going on this Friday to see a taping of Young and Hungry, which I'm excited about.
Young and Hungry, guys.
Yep.
Now tell them where they can find you. Fine folks can find you.
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones, and my new show on Popcorn Talk titled Millennial Hollywood on Friday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And I have 2 books out now. Not just one, but 2, like rabbits. They're multiplying. And they're both on Amazon. Just type in James Lott or James Lott Jr. and both books will pop up. There are Kindle versions and regular. They're very inexpensive. Thank you to all those who have bought them already. They're fun, and I'd like to hear from you if you buy them. Tell me which stories you like and what poems you like that I've written. Also, I interviewed Randy Spelling of the Spelling Family today on my radio show.
Oh, wow.
It was a great discussion about his previous life and his current life as a life coach in Oregon.
Wow.
We had a great hour-long discussion. That's a lot of help. It's 2 T's, Lot, and it's on my page on Facebook, and it's a good one.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's exciting.
And you can follow me at James Lott Jr. Where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold. We will see you next Monday, of course.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.